Good morning, class. I am Merorji Medrano, and this video I'll be discussing one of the great mathematicians named Georg Cantor. So, here's the objectives. At the end of the lessons, students should be able to A. Identify Georg Cantor's contribution to mathematics, B. Explain his development of set theory and the concept of infinity, and C. Discuss his legacy and its influence on modern mathematics. So before of that, who is Georg Cantor? So this is Georg Cantor, and Georg Cantor raised with influence of music. He displayed a passionate interest for music at an early age and was even recognized as a great violinist. Furthermore, back then he excelled in his studies, especially in mathematics. From undergoing private tutoring and attending primary school, so that's why he built an exceptional case towards mathematics. Georg Cantor, born on March 3, 1845 in St. Petersburg, Russia Empire. He was a German mathematician known as the father of set theory, and he studied mathematics at the University of Zurich in 1866 and continued at the University of Berlin from 1867 to 1869. And after that, he became a professor at the University of Halle, Germany, 1879, and he was known for his passion for mathematics, especially the study of infinity and infinite sets. So despite criticisms from other mathematicians, he remained dedicated, persistent, and consistent to his work, to continue his work. So, and he died on January 6, 1918 in Halle, Germany. Cantor's work revolutionized modern mathematics, influencing logic, analysis, and computer science. So one of the academic challenges is one of his former professor named Leopold Kronecker are opposed of his ideas because Leopold Kronecker think that his ideas are dangerous, also napakalawak. And aside of that, Leopold Leopold Kronecker merong philosophical reasons. So, first 10 research paper focused on number theory and later on shifted to calculus analysis and solved a major problem involving trigonometric series. So let's talk the Cantor's contributions and legacy. So here's the Cantor's contributions. Merong apat. Set theory, Cantor diagonal proof, continuum hypothesis, transfinite numbers. All of these contribution ni Cantor's are connected sa isa't isa. No? So start tayo sa set theory. So set theory talks the set. So Cantor's introduced the concept of set. Set is a group of collection of well-distinguished and well-defined objects. Kapag sinabing well-defined, means klaro yung elements na kung saan nalalaman natin yung kung ano ba yung elements. Also, nalalaman natin yung kung merong naiba doon sa set. Ano? So, as you can see from the example, yang nakikita nyong mga numbers, ang tawag dyan, elements. At ang elements is not just a numbers. Pwede rin itong letter, symbols, objects, and marami pang iba. So, kasama rin dito yung finite sets and infinite sets. Ang finite sets has a limited number of elements. Ibig sabihin, may hangganan or may katapusan yung number of elements dun sa sets. So, example, A equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a first 5 natural numbers. And B equal apple, banana, orange, and that is fruits. So, that is finite set. Ang infinite sets naman, ito naman yung set that has no end and its elements go on forever. Ibig sabihin, walang katapusan or walang hangganan. The elements go on forever. But, here's the twist. Ang infinite sets, merong iba't ibang infinite sets. Meron different sizes, weights, and structure. And that is Cantor discover. So, meron dalawa. It is the countable infinity and uncountable infinity. So, ang countable infinity, ito yung mga small infinites na kung saan pwede mong malist in order. Example, natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. And odd numbers. That is a countable infinity. Nalilist mo in order. Also, wala kang na lalaktawan. That is uncountable infinity. So, ano naman ang uncountable infinity? Ang uncountable infinity naman, ito naman yung you cannot be listed, katulad ng real numbers between 0 and 1. So, as you can see, parang sa real numbers between 0 and 1, parang kaunti lang. Pero napakalawak niyan. So, sabi dito, uncountable infinity is, ito naman yung mga large infinites na kung saan merong numbers na hindi makakasama sa mga nilist mo, lalo na sa real numbers. So, dito napapasok yung another contributions ni Cantor, which is the diagonal proof or Cantor diagonal method. So, Cantor diagonal method, this showed that the set of rational numbers, example fractions, can be put into one-to-one correspondence with the natural numbers, thus has the same cardinality as the set of natural numbers. So let's just focus tayo sa example. So as you can see from the example, it is the binary sequence. So from sequence 1 using the diagonal from the sequence 1, it takes the first digit, and the sequence 2, it takes the second digit, and from the sequence 3, it takes the third digit. So that yung mga kinuwang diagonal numbers, yan yung hindi na-list or hindi yan nakasama from your listed binary sequence. Same lang rin naman siya sa real numbers. So, kahit i-list mo lahat ng real numbers, kapag ginamitan niya ng diagonal method, yun yung numbers na kung saan hindi nakasama sa mga linis mong real numbers. So, yun yung proof na kung saan ang uncountable infinity is hindi na lilis. So, yan. So, in 1891, Cantor published a paper in which he presented the diagonal argument, a general proof that shows any attempt to list all infinite sequence or real numbers fails. It named contributions to the founding of the theory of the transfinite numbers. So yan, Cantor published a paper na kung saan mas lalo niyang pinakita na all of infinite sequence or example the real numbers fails. So all of that ideas, papasok na dito yung transfinite numbers are infinite which are larger than all finite number, yet they are not necessarily absolutely infinite. So ito na yung countable infinite and uncountable infinite or possibly more. So transfinite number, it include the transfinite ordinal numbers. So transfinite ordinal numbers, it used to describe the position or order of elements in infinite sense, represents the omega, the first transfinite ordinal, and the second is transfinite cardinal numbers, used to measure the size of infinite sets, represent the aleph null, represent the first transfinite cardinal numbers. Ito na ang aleph null, ito yung focuses on the countable infinity, and the C continuum focuses on uncountable infinity. So another Cantor's contributions is the continuum hypothesis. So sa continuum hypothesis naman merong question na kung saan meron ba sa countable infinity at sa uncountable infinity, sa gitna nila, meron bang numbers? So, yan na nga, continuum hypothesis, sabi ni Cantor, wala. So, after daw ng countable infinity, the next level of infinity is the uncountable infinity of the real numbers. So, today, many mathematicians try to prove or disapprove pero hindi nila masagot yung hypothesis na to. So this hypothesis remains one of the biggest mysteries in mathematics. Patuloy pa rin ito pa rin yung sinusunod, or ito pa rin yung concept pagdating sa pagitan ng uncountable infinity and uncountable infinity. So that's all the Cantor's contributions. So let's talk about naman sa Cantor's legacy. Now, so una, set theory became foundational in modern mathematics, logic, and computer science. So, set theory ay napakalaking ambag nito, even today. So, ginagamit ito sa logic and computer science, katulad ng directly function, or yun, set theory ay napaka-importante in our world. So, also, Cantor's inspired future mathematician to explore infinity and abstract concepts, and change the way mathematicians think about numbers and the universe. So, yun, napakalaki ng pagbabago na kung saan many mathematicians change the view pagdating sa numbers and the universe. And also, today, most of the mathematicians try to discover or discover about the numbers and the universe. Mas lalo nilang ine-explore ito. kukontinue sila ng deep. Mas lalo nilang pinag-aaralan ang numbers and the universe. So, despite criticism during his life, so now he is recognized as one of the most influential mathematician of the 19th century. So that is the Cantor's legacy. So one of my favorite lines kay Cantor is the essence of mathematics lies in its freedom. So Cantor showed us that even the infinity seems impossible, or anything na nakikita mong impossible or mahirap, mathematics give us a freedom to explore, imagine, and discover beyond from the ideas beyond our limits, no? So yan yung napakahalagang or napakagandang lies ni Cantor. So that's all. Thank you for your listenings, and I hope you have learned something from our discussion. And if you have any question, just type in the comment and I will answer it. So have a great day.